Hey partners, today we have Toy Story Collection Buzz Lightyear from 2009, Clouds Pattern. Let's get into it.
You're watching Today I Grew Up.
Hey partners, it's Today I Grew Up, and today I'm really excited. All the way back from the year 2009, we have Toy Story Collection Cloud Pattern Buzz Lightyear, and I couldn't be more excited to get this. I found it for $160. That's it, including shipping. It came all the way from the UK, so I had to wait about a month to get him, but it was definitely worth the wait. So what are the differences between Cloud Pattern Buzz and white logo and signature? Well, this video will cover that, but first I want to do a quick rundown and review of this old Buzz that I found. So right off the bat, I saw the certificate of authenticity is basically the same as all the other ones. The only differences between the original Clouds logo certificate and my 2010 white logo box. So you can see it just has way more words on it. I don't know why that happened, but I think they changed it back because unless this is not original, let me know what you guys think. But my white logo Buzz has a really long text, so I don't know if that was just something temporary, but that was the only differences I saw. This is the white logo, and this is the Cloud Pattern one that I got. So let me know what you guys think about the certificate changes there. Now here is the Clouds logo box. It looks very similar to my white logo box. There's not really, looks like a lot of differences here. I bet you the purple colors are a little different. This just looks brighter for some reason. And it's an older box, which is funny. So I'm sure the tint changed, but side logo looks basically the same. I'm not really seeing any differences. The back looks the same. So if they did change anything, it was very minor. So the boxes are basically the same, just very slight differences with the Cloud Pattern versus the white. Later it turned into the yellow. I don't have the signature box, but if you guys own one, you know it's yellow. And I noticed also with Cloud Pattern box, when I was doing my research, there was a wave, this is wave one because it's clouds, but there was one before this one. The first Buzz Cloud had a circular logo. It was a circle, and it wasn't this shape. So I don't know if there's any differences between that Buzz and this Buzz we're going to look at today, but I want to let you guys know I did notice that difference. So here's Cloud Pattern Buzz Lightyear, and I think he looks awesome right off the bat. I definitely think that the first run was not too bad. I really like his body proportions. This Buzz is a little bit used, I noticed. His joints are a little bit loose, but he was kind of a used condition Buzz. His helmet is actually in pretty good condition. It's not too scratched up. It's a little bit dirty, maybe a couple little scratches, but not enough to bother me too much, so I think that looks really good anyways. His head sculpt looks fantastic. I really like that it's a lighter flesh tone, and his chin looks proportioned. It's not too big and it's not too small, and I feel like later models his chin did some pretty weird things, and we'll look at a comparison of that. I'm going to switch him on and see if all his features are working. They should be, because I did test this already, but let's turn on his wings.
I could fly around this room with my eyes closed.
So his head motor is broken because I don't think it's moving when he talks when he should be.
I am Buzz Lightyear, Space Ranger.
His laser works.
Buzz Lightyear, signing off. I'm stationed up in the Gamma Quadrant of Sector 4.
So he does the flight mode.
See? I can fly. The air isn't toxic. How dare you open a space fence him on an uncharted planet? My eyeballs could have been sucked from their sockets. Switching to internal air supply. You know, everything looks just a little bigger with the helmet open. Say, you look a bit rounder than before.
So you can see Buzz is fully functional except his head. It doesn't have that motor movement that we're used to. I really like his purple. I think it's a lot darker than what we're used to seeing. I know Buzz's purple changes from Buzz to Buzz. But the green looks a little darker. The purple looks a little darker. It's still rubbery here. He looks pretty good overall. Here's the bottom of the feet. There's no numeric code there. And I think on Signature they started adding that. Here's a back wingspan. Looks pretty good. It's a little see-through, like they all are. But the purple just looks a little darker to me. But no, it's a really cool buzz. He's a little bit, like I said, used condition. He's a little bit loose, but I think he's still a really cool Buzz Lightyear. So now I'm going to do a comparison to white logo and then Signature. So in order of release, we have Cloud Pattern 2009, white logo 2010, and Signature on the right. That came after 2011. So this is what they look like. You can tell that they did change some things here. And as I'm looking around, I'm like, which one is the better Buzz? I don't know, because they all look really, really similar, but different. Now, if we're looking just at the chest, at the face, we'll get to the face, but the chest cavities alone, you can tell that Cloud Pattern is a little wider, stockier, and a little shorter. And then on white logo, I actually like it's a little bit more proportioned here, the chest piece. It's not too wide. This is wider. This one looks more proportioned, and the ratio overall looks more cohesive. It looks tighter to the body. This one looks a little chunky up here. And then Signature kind of hybrids both these concepts. So this is probably the skinniest Buzz Lightyear, and then this one's a little wider. So Signature got a little wide, like the Cloud. It's just interesting. I think the Cloud logo and Signature kind of are pretty similar. White logo is a little bit more proportion there in the middle body section. The more I look at the front view, I'm liking white logo the best right now. This is the first Buzz I ever bought too, by the way. It was an accident before I even knew about Cloud, and then Signature came out later. So yeah, this is kind of shocking. I really thought I was gonna like Signature better, but looking at these three Buzzes so far, the chest proportion I like better on white logo. But I do like Signature green. I think the color looks more movie accurate. It's a little bit lighter, and these greens are a little darker. And the purples are a little darker here, Cloud being the darkest purple. So yeah, that's really interesting. Now let's look at a side view. Cloud actually is a little taller than white and Signature. It just appears that way. It almost looks like white logo is shortest, and Signature and Cloud are equally the same height. Actually, these look the same height. And then white logo dips just a little bit there. So that's interesting. You can definitely see that the chest cavity is wide here on Cloud. It's also wide on Signature, and the jetpack is actually biggest. Signature has the tallest jetpack. Cloud is a little smaller, and then white logo is the smallest. So that's really interesting to see. Wow, I've never seen this before. You have Cloud, white, Signature all together, and you can see the proportions of the chest. That's what we're mainly focusing on. Now the chins of the face, we will look at that, but I want to just look at the body. So we're going to turn them around and let's look at the back view. Okay, so looking at the back view, we have Cloud, white, Signature. And yeah, there's definitely some differences. I definitely think that it's lighter green here on the back. This is kind of a similar green, and then Signature is kind of more of a matte. These look glossy. This looks like a matte green, which I kind of like the Signature so far from the back. I think it looks really nice. I can definitely tell Signature has a taller jetpack here on the right. His jetpack is a little bit more massive, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but I definitely notice that it's bigger. And white logo is smaller. Cloud's a little bigger. So looking at the back, it's kind of hard to choose which one I like better, but they're all different and unique in their own ways. Very subtle. So the untrained eye back at home, some of you guys out there might be like, they all look the same to me. Well, these are the little details that do make differences, because over the years from 2009 to 2020, 2019, there was huge changes for the hardcore collectors. But I think that they all look great from the back. You can definitely tell the difference more from the side and the front view a little bit more. Other side view of them on their left side, and it kind of confirms the same thing what I was saying. We have a really wide chest here on Cloud, and white logo is a little smaller, and Signature has a huge jetpack. I'm very tall, and he has a wide body as well. So I think out of these two, Cloud and Signature are actually pretty close together, and I'm actually shocked by that. The only difference is he has a huge jetpack. It's a lot bigger. So I don't know if that's technically more movie accurate or not. But I think they all look great anyways. White logo looks good, but the more I look at it, the more I'm liking Cloud or Signature. It's just really hard for me to choose one because they're all great buzzes regardless. Let me know in the comments below which buzz you like better. So really quick, I wanted to show you freehand here. The wingspans are all out here, and what I noticed was the cloud pattern, his wings look straighter. On White Logo, they kind of triangled more, so they drooped down a little bit more. If you look at that, they look straighter. This one droops here down more, like a triangle. And on Signature, it actually looks a little bit better, like the Cloud. So here's a view with the wings open from the front, and it looks like Cloud is straighter on the wings, and it droops down with White Logo, and then it gets straighter again for Signature. So I'm telling you, Cloud and Signature are very similar. It's almost like they took elements of Cloud and they brought it back for Signature, which I think is an improvement. So I think that looks great. So here on the back, you can see again with the wingspan out that the Cloud logo looks straighter. It droops down for White Logo, and then it gets straighter again for Signature. So yeah, Cloud looks good, and Signature looks good for the wings. I think a little bit better than White Logo, but that's just what I think. So now we're going to look at the faces. It's really interesting to see that Cloud Pattern has the most pale, white-looking face, and White Logo has a slightly tanner shade of skin flesh tone, you can tell. And then the Signature collection is very pink, very reddish tone to his skin. This one looks more yellowy. This one looks like very white, with more pale for sure. So which one do you guys think you prefer for a head sculpt for Buzz? I personally like Cloud better because in the movie, Buzz is pretty pale. He's not a very, red-faced or darker toned character. I think in the movie he's definitely more pale, like Cloud Pattern. That's just my personal bias. I think Cloud Pattern face is best, and White Logo is darker, which I like Cloud over that one. And then Signature is the most off. I feel like it's my least favorite because his face is very reddish. It's very pink tone, a little too flesh tone for me. This looks more like if he was going to go into toy mode a little bit more. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, which Buzz head sculpt you like better. Now I want to look at the chins from the side. You can definitely see more of a differences, but there's definitely differences in the head sculpts for Buzz. So now looking at the chins, we could definitely see the difference. Cloud Pattern has the fattest chin, which actually looks like the movie to me. I think the side profile of Buzz here looks like the movie. White Logo, it's a little bit more skinny head, fat chin, but the head's too skinny, I feel like. And then Signature is pretty well balanced. I actually don't mind the head sculpt, but like I said, the only thing that really bugs me about this Buzz is the flesh tone is too red, it's too pink, and I'm pretty sure you can see that even from the camera. Sometimes the camera is hard to pick up these colors. You guys let me know what you guys think in the comments below of which Buzz head sculpt you like better. I'm biased. I'm leaning towards Cloud Pattern. I really like his head sculpt, and I think I don't know, I kind of feel like I'd want to mod my Signature Buzz and use the Cloud head, put it on this body. I'm probably going to do that because Signature has a pretty solid body. It's not, I kind of feel like they're more common to find, and it's upgraded from the past. For the most part, I feel like it is. So for fun, we have all the head sculpts kind of together so you can see this is 2009 Cloud, that's 2010 White Logo, that's 2010 Utility Belt Buzz Edition, and this is 2019 Signature Collection Buzz. So you can see the differences here in the head sculpts. I think that Utility Belt Buzz looks most like White Logo actually, or Cloud. He's got the flesh tones of Cloud, but a little bit of a White Logo shade, which is really interesting. I didn't think I was gonna admit that when I saw them together. Utility Belt Buzz actually has a little bit blushier cheeks. Kind of hard to tell on camera, but Cloud looks really great too. He also has some blush. White Logo looks a little too pale in terms of like yellowy skin color. It doesn't look too like pale like Cloud. I think there's a little bit more blush than there, so there's a little bit of some color differences, but they're really similar, guys. They're just all different and special in their own unique ways, and it's the little things that definitely make a difference. I think that once they went, I think from 2009 they just went with a wider chest. In 2010 with White Logo and Utility, they kind of closed it up. They didn't make it as wide. These are very similar. They came out in the same year. And then with Signature, they kind of went back to the basics of Cloud with a wider chest, which I like. I think it looks great. And I kind of like, I feel like in Toy Story 3 and 4, his jetpack did get taller back here because it's more pronounced. When you see Buzz from the front, you do see his jetpack. You know, here you kind of lose the jetpack from the front, and I think this raised up a bit kind of looks more like Toy Story 3 and Toy Story 4 Buzz. But over the movies, Buzz does change, so does Woody and other characters, and you're never going to get something perfect that's movie accurate, but I'm always trying to chase something that looks a little bit more like the film. But at the end of the day, you have to collect what you love. I just happen to like movie props. It's not for everybody, so feel free to collect, and you know, whatever you enjoy. This is just something to show you guys what your options are on the toy market if you go find it on eBay or whatever, because I know it's really hard to find in stores, especially because they stopped making the early editions. But if you're building your collection, now you know the difference. What if you get a Cloud Buzz versus a white logo Buzz, utility belt Buzz, and now signature collection Buzz Lightyear. So these are all the versions of Thinkway Toys released. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and comparison review. As always, guys, thank you for watching, thank you for liking, thank you for subscribing to my channel. It really means a lot. To be a YouTuber was my dream, and you guys are helping me make it happen. So work hard, dream big, and I'll see you guys on the next video review.